What's your favorite smell in the whole world? When I was 17, my dad had a heart attack. I was the only one home and had to perform CPR until the ambulance arrived. I was terrified. I didn't know if I was doing it right or if I was hurting him. I was so scared I was going to lose him. I remember the paramedics arriving and taking over. I was so relieved. They took him to the hospital and I followed in my car. I remember sitting in the waiting room, my heart pounding, praying he would be okay. After what felt like an eternity, the doctor came out and told me he was stable. I remember walking into his room and seeing him hooked up to all these machines. I was so relieved he was okay. I sat by his bed and held his hand. I remember the smell of the hospital, the antiseptic, the bleach. I remember thinking I would never forget that smell. Fast forward 20 years, my dad is still alive and healthy. Every time I go to the hospital for any reason, I smell that same antiseptic bleach smell and it takes me back to that day. It reminds me of how close I came to losing him and how grateful I am that he's still here. It's not a pleasant smell, but it's my favorite smell in the world because it reminds me of how lucky I am.